All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for joining us this evening for the SVG Women's Farmers Academy virtual graduation ceremony. Ladies, you did it. You got through the 8 weeks. I'm sure it was a grueling period for you, spending 4 to 5 hours of these 8 weeks on all sorts of themes from soil management, water management, agribusiness development. But to be honest with you, ladies, you kept us on our toes. You kept us engaged as facilitators, and we're truly appreciative of this group, honestly. I just want to say that obviously this Women's Farmers Academy, you've heard of the terms Helen's Daughters, and of course, how can I forget Food for Change Caribbean, as you can see here. Trying to get it in the short, but I'm maybe too short. But I think that Professor Samuels and I are really, really excited. Ladies, this came to fruition starting in September of 2019, I think, Professor Samuels. And finally, we are here today, and it feels wonderful, to be honest with you. This program really is, I would say, a marriage between two Caribbean organizations, obviously Helen's Daughters and the Improving Household Food Security Project within the Caribbean Institute for Health Research in the University of the West Indies. And we had obviously three main goals. One, to strengthen and empower women in rural communities, to reduce our our country's food import bills, and obviously to improve livelihoods. And we are truly hoping that this programming is only a small way to really counteract some of these huge goals, huge lofty goals that we have. It's really interesting because when we started ideating this program, we said that we would take it slow and allocate spaces for 20 persons to join. Of course, we opened up the registration period for, I think it was about 2 weeks to a month. And from SVG, we got 279 women registrants. I honestly think that wowed us because it speaks to two things. One, that within our region, we thought it was just in St. Lucia, but within our region, there is a need for quality agricultural education and agribusiness development. And two, quality education that is low cost or completely free of charge. And secondly, I think the main point is that it's shown your resilience. Ladies, you went through a pandemic and an eruption. And honestly, it's inspiring for me that you sacrificed 8 weeks of your time, 4 to 5 hours a week. And honestly, you kept us engaged and, like I said, on our toes. Every single session was always an adventure. I can honestly say there was never a boring moment with the group of you. What was really amazing and wowed us, in fact, is that generally in St. Lucia, sometimes we have attendance rates of about 70 to 75%. SVG blew us out of the water with 85% attendance. So exactly. Really, ladies, I must say you are an inspiration to us all, and we just couldn't let you go without celebrating you this evening because it really is about you. You have shown us your tenacity, your resilience through it all, and it's shown through the program. Aside from obviously your commitment and your participation, I think we have to also give a really, really special thank you to our facilitators. Obviously, one of the gems of our program is that we choose facilitators from our region, persons that we know you can call, you're neighbors with them, you can reach out to them, that they are at your side and willing to see you succeed and to progress within the agricultural sector. So I just want to really give a round of applause to our 4 main facilitators in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's to Miss Mishka Edwards, Miss Nisha Glasgow, Miss Valerie Telionu, and Miss Theodora Morel. So that's an all-female cohort of facilitators. So ladies, thank you so much for your expertise and everything.
Sorry, put on the kettle for me.
And of course, there are several interesting persons graduating. I have to say that I know it felt like a very, very long time for you. 8 weeks, of course. But really, we just want you to keep in mind that this is only the beginning. While we hope that what we've taught you can be directly applied to your everyday life, to your careers, we are here, Food for Change and Helen's Daughters is here to give you long-term support. We are going to thankfully continue this programming in 2022, in January actually. We're starting with a whole new cohort. So as we mentioned, 279 persons registered, so we're not turning anyone away. We are going to train the remaining 259. Apologies, math was not my forte. But we're not turning anyone away, and we're hoping that pending the pandemic and so on, we can also have some really exchanges between women in the various islands and actually try to do more practical programming as well. So look out for that, for Helen's Daughters and Food for Change and other programming that we have for you. And finally, ladies, of course, any graduation, even though it's virtual, I mean, we can't let you go without at least a token of our appreciation. So thanks to Food for Change, they have actually made it possible for us, for all of you graduates to actually get a shirt like the one I have as a graduation memento. Miss Wendy Michaels was also in your cohort. We'll arrange with you so that each and every one of you can actually get a token of our appreciation for you trusting us with this journey. And I just want to say, ladies, finally, again, I must say, kudos to you, your resilience, your tenacity, and your commitment to sit through this, through a pandemic and through an eruption. Again, you are an inspiration to all of us. And once again, this is a lifelong journey. So congratulations to the first hurdle in many, I am hoping, a very, very long and successful career to all of you in the agricultural sector. So ladies, thank you so much. With that being said, I am going to present to you my sister in this marriage, Professor T. Alafia Samuels, the Principal Investigator of the FAN Project Kahir, University of the West Indies.
Thank you very much, Keithlyn. Honorable Minister and graduates and colleagues and team members, everybody on the call, good afternoon. It is an absolute pleasure for me to be here with you this evening to wish you the very best in your journey that has started. I really want to especially thank Ms. Keithlyn Carew. You know, her vision of agribusiness, not just agricultural training, but also training in agribusiness, is really critical for us to advance our nutrition and agenda in the Caribbean, because we know that as small island developing states, we import a lot of food because sometimes it's difficult to really produce smaller amounts at a competitive price. But we know that for our own food security, we must produce our own food, because you saw what happened with COVID. It could happen that our international supply chains break, you know, at another time, and you have to be able to feed yourself. I mean, that is kind of basic and fundamental. So we are really, really pleased to have been involved, able to facilitate this training that happened. And as Keithlyn said, we were totally blown away by the numbers, because we originally were saying, boy, you know, I wonder if we can get enough women and how we're going to find them and so on and so forth. But clearly the need is there. And although our project finishes in July of this year, we are committed to continue working with Helen's Daughters to find money from wherever it may take, to do more courses in more islands. And if more people in St. Vincent need training, we will come back again afterwards, after we've done this first cohort and the second cohort to catch up our 200s. If there are more women that need training, we'll be back. And if we need a second course or a more in-depth in a particular area that you're interested in, we really are excited for you to form a network with yourselves and with us, and to keep the learning going, because lifelong learning is what it's all about. And we have taken some steps but we're on a journey and we're going to journey together. So congratulations again. And I look forward to hearing from the graduates. I see on the agenda, a number of them will speak to us. And I'm really anxious and waiting to hear what they have to say, because it was all about you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Samuels. Thank you. And ladies, I must say that we had the first person that we thought of as our guest speaker, obviously, was your very own Honorable Sabato Cesar, Minister of Agriculture, Forestry, Fisheries, Rural Transformation, Industry and Labor for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I think Helen's Daughters and Food for Change, we have been long-time admirers of yours, Honorable Cesar, and we are honored and humbled to have you here tonight to speak with our graduates. So without further ado, I present to you Minister Cesar.
Thank you very much, Kathleen, and the organizers, all the participants, and the graduating class. It's definitely a pleasure and an honor to present to you, albeit briefly, this evening. And Kathleen, remember, the size of my shirt is extra large.
Yes, Minister, all is on its way.
Thank you very much. I adopted a mantra from a very young age of 25, that in order for us to develop small island states, there's a need for an exceptional cadre of multi-talented and multifaceted young persons who are not only inward looking, but are able to look out to their villages and to their communities and to see what work is there to be done, and to build stronger villages, because with stronger villages and communities, we can have better nations. And with better nations, we have a stronger OECS CARICOM, and we can effect great changes in the world. I am noting that to say, by way of introduction, that it is critical that in rural communities, we ensure that we work together, that we have a framework that would foster growth and development, and that we do not come out of this discussion with the view or the perspective that the be-all and end-all to the development of a society is with the government. I am really happy that Kathleen and her team, the different organizations, have seen it fit to bring together the women in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And Kathleen, I'm not surprised that you had over 200 plus. Agriculture is in the DNA of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we continue to put our best efforts forward to ensure that we do not only export, but we create livelihoods, opportunities for a large percentage of the population in our country. I'm particularly moved by the areas of study canvassed over the last few weeks, and particularly, anyone alive must have an appreciation of climate change. It is going to affect every facet of our lives. And as we continue to work together to take on new taskings, it is going to be on our doorsteps, it is going to be at our windows. And especially for persons in the rural economy, it is going to determine the intensity of the hurricanes, and it is also going to determine the dryness of the droughts. Therefore, it was definitely an area, an excellent area for study. I noted earlier where Professor was explaining that coming out from the University of the West Indies, there's a clear initiative, a clear drive for the reduction of the food import bill. And I want to note that the reduction of the food import bill is an excellent opportunity for the young people, the youth in our country, the women in our country, to earn and also to participate actively in economic growth and development. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we have a food import bill of approximately $200 million. And we are going to work steadfastly in a very resolute way to ensure that we reduce this number to number approaching zero. I know that it is not going to be an easy task, But I know that there are students who are graduating today, persons from the graduating class, who participated in the breadfruit fries project that we had in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that made it all over the OECS. I know that there are persons in your class who are teachers who are working with many different groups of persons throughout the country to ensure that the knowledge is passed on. And I want to in closing note this. I am going to personally ensure that the Ministry of Agriculture in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that we continue to partner with Helen's daughters. We are going to forge new relationships. We're going to forge interesting and new ties, because together we can do great things. Thank you very much again. And I want you to use your information, to use your knowledge to go out and to continue the positive changes in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All the very best, and I expect to see your faces, not only shopping in the supermarkets, but ensuring that we have different markets throughout the country, making sure that we're working with the churches, making sure that we are in the schools, the school feeding program, because we have an excellent platform for the zeroing of hunger and undernourishment only in our country. Thank you so very much, and all the very best. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Minister Cesar, and we will hold you to it. You will definitely be a partner in development for us. Thanks again. Ladies, so obviously we have a number of persons on the agenda to speak. And before we hear from the graduates, we also want to hear from the experiences of the facilitators in particular. So we have two persons this evening who will be speaking through their experiences and their perspectives of the program. And the first will be, all of you are very familiar with her, Miss Nisha Glasgow, the WFA facilitator for agribusiness and market linkages.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right. Allow me to accept the protocol that's already there, but let me first express my thanks for allowing me to be a part of this program and to say a few words at this ceremony, this prestigious ceremony. I want to say thanks for your interest, ladies, and your commitment to this program on empowerment of women in agriculture, and also to Helen's daughter for heartfelt thanks to you for the opportunity to be part of this program and to meet all these beautiful female entrepreneurs. I am indeed humbled. Our graduates, it was such a pleasure to spend time with you. I learned absolutely so much. I saw things in new perspectives. I listened to the future of the industry. Hats off to you for completing this program, and you deserve to be very proud in the moment. It is now time for you to take this award and hang it so that it can be seen, and it can also be a conversational piece in your homes and business, and also remind you of the different actions that you need to take to propel not only the industry, but also yourself, your family, your communities. Let it be a reminder, a daily reminder of why you and your business are important and why you must keep striving to succeed and to excel. Just think about what we went through over the past couple of weeks. All the misfortunes, all the jugglings that we had to do, both you and all the facilitators and Helen daughters, all the work that we had to put into this. It all comes together here tonight in this ceremony. And but one thing we must bear in mind, that change is something that is constant, and we have to continue to do the good work that we are doing. As I see the journey and it comes to a close with the ceremony today, I want to say to you, another door is there for you to open with lots of opportunities, chances, challenges, and pursuits. We have to all deal with these adversities, but something that I want you to bear in mind, that there comes a time when you will apply the information, the knowledge, and the wisdom that you gain in this program. But however, that time is now. Our communities, our families, our country is calling for you as strong women to apply the information that you learn and grow our economies, develop the agriculture industry, but by extension, we will be growing our economies. As you leave this program, I want you to take the ideals, the concepts, and the tools, and all the other things that you have learned, and control the vision that should whirl your individuality with satisfaction. However, a word to the wise, adversities are not an exception to you achieving success. Sure, you're gonna face some obstacles, but never forget to hold character. That is very important to your consideration for the future and how you will build a strong foundation in your family, peers, communities, and even yourself. As I close, I would like to continue to share that cup of tea with you and remind you that an idea is only that until you do something about it. I hope these brief remarks have provided a little more context and food for thought. Once again, good evening and congratulations, my ladies. Continue to strive and to work hard at what you're doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Glasgow. I think we will definitely miss the daily teas that we used to have after every session. That's for sure. I think very, very powerful words. Again, we had two persons who were willing to speak as facilitators. So the next speaker will be your WFA facilitator for financial literacy, Ms. Telly Valerie Ono.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations. Just going to say a few words of encouragement. First of all, as you all know, agribusiness is very, very important. It provides jobs, it provides food security, and it also grows our economy. So for whatever reason, the region has not benefited much in terms of income growth. And I was very, very happy to participate in this program in order to incorporate financial literacy, because of all the sectors, the agriculture sector actually is the one that has a high tendency for multiplying incomes. So there should be no issues why every one of you should not be earning generously, should I say, from this venture. But the only challenge we've had over the years is the fact that financial literacy and agribusiness have not been incorporated into our context. So I want to thank all of you. I did learn from each and every one of you, and I hope that you've taken the number of weeks that we were together and started applying some of those frameworks. I made sure I imparted at least some tools so that you can actually start incorporating them into your business day to day. As Nisha had indicated, changes are constant, and hopefully you would be using the business model canvas as a dashboard for you to reflect those changes, as well as tweak those changes as you go along. As you would have realized, financial literacy isn't just about finance, but it's all about the entire business. As such, I think you should have acquired some tools to actually empower yourself to make the necessary decisions to grow your businesses and to make the necessary decisions to actually innovate and increase your revenue opportunities and streams. So I just want to thank all of you for participating. I noted the attendance was excellent. Only a few people missed a few classes. And so for this, I have to say kudos, because you were all engaged in your learning. And I want to encourage you to continue learning, being open, and applying whatever you're learning in your day-to-day activities. I also want to thank Helen's daughters and Keithlin and her team for really, should I say, conceptualizing a fantastic program. This has been needed in our region, and I hope moving forward next year, they'll be able to gain additional resources to scale it across the region. Thank you, Keithlin, and thank you, Linnell, who is always in the back end supporting Keithlin. You have a very fantastic team. I want to also take the opportunity to thank my fellow facilitators. You have done a very wonderful job in providing a very robust program and comprehensive. And I know that you're going to be available to provide additional support as a mentor to these women. All of you, this certificate doesn't just justify the end. This is just the beginning, and the beginning of a very long journey to your growth and prosperity. I want to thank you all for participating, and thank you all for sharing and applying. And I encourage you to just apply what you've learned. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Onu, for these really inspiring words. As Ms. Onu mentioned, I hope you ladies are using all the tools that were given to you, because as you know, in a number of sessions from Ms. Glasgow to Ms. Onu, there's a suite of tools that were created for you to use in your day-to-day lives. So now we're getting to the very, very interesting part. So ladies, I'm not sure if you remember our very last session, we did a little bit of graduation planning. And the first thing that I was like, of course, SVG would do this because they're so engaged. We said, okay, we need one person for the graduate's address. We ended up with 3, of course. I'm so excited though, because again, it's a testament to your engagement, to just how your effervescence for this program. I really say every week we came energized to teach and to learn as well. So with that being said, I am going to introduce to you one of our first graduate addressees, Miss Laverne Michael. Laverne, you have the floor.
Pleasant good evening to fellow participants, hosts, guest speakers, Helen's Daughters Academy and her exceptional team. Indeed, it's an honor to be part of this team of 20 noble young ladies who was chosen from 279 applicants. Whoa, we are indeed blessed, the first to kick off such an incredible journey. One day, scrolling through Facebook, I came across Helen Daughters Farmers Academy of SVG. As a young woman just started farming on a large scale, I said, this is interesting. My thoughts were, maybe they have money to offer, seeds, fertilizers, but none of this was in the package. However, the wealth of knowledge gained overweighed them all. This journey wasn't an easy one. 8 weeks of packed knowledge. We have so much to deal with. Example, internet problems, school, family issue, work, etc. We did it, ladies. We overcome all these challenges. As a young farmer, my goal is to have a sustainable farming industry, food security, and making lots of money. To our lecturers, you are a unique bunch of people. You brought out the best in us. Even those that were shy, you let us shine. Every night at our tables we sit, you brought flavor, you brought colors, and you brought taste to us. And we really do appreciate that. We learn about food security, money management, food storage, packaging, labeling, food security, soil management, marketing linkages, and so much more. Fellow graduates, our future is bright. We receive a wealth of knowledge, which is our tool to empower us in our future as farmers, as SVG. Today, we can make an impact in our communities. Today, we can break barriers. We break barriers, and we can encourage our fellow women of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to go into farming and small business as a whole. Today, we stepped out high. Helen's Daughters Academy, we applaud you. Our team and your team was exceptional. Caitlin, we are proud of you. We are blessed to have such a noble team with us. You empower us. You give us tools that we can go out and help ourselves and help our fellow women farmers of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We will do our best. We have the power in our hand. So we, the women of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, today we break barriers. Today we shine. Today we come forth. And for this, we say thank you. We pray God's blessing on your team as you continue to provide information and the wealth of knowledge to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the OECS. Today we say thank you, and we tips our hat off to you as the woman of SVG and the noble 20 participants as we graduate today from this activity. Today we say thank you, and we appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Miss Michael, I must say, ladies, that deserves a round of applause. Honestly, wow. Well done, and very, very, very
I did my graduation and it's awkward.
very well said. So, ladies, if we'll continue, because obviously we have multiple graduate addressees, so we will move to Miss Marian Isaacs, another WFA graduate.
Protocol having been established, a pleasant good evening to my fellow graduates, course lecturers, our specially invited guests, and our keynote speaker, who I believe is left. I would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to Ms. Kathleen Carew and her team at Helen's Daughters. Now, your invaluable hard work has made this course possible. As Lavon mentioned, we cannot overstate the privilege of being selected out of 279 applicants. So for this, we are extremely grateful. Now, my address is a call to arms. Before registering for this program, I was debating the best option for my nonprofit. My team and I were keen to find smart solutions to food security concerns, unemployment, and gender equity in my community of Myro. Now, the key questions we asked ourselves were, in a predominantly matrifocal village with restricted access to land, education, finance, and a vulnerable food chain, how can we acquire the knowledge necessary to advance our community and, most importantly, help our women to secure their food needs? And how do we get women motivated to capitalize on the opportunities in the maricultural sector that extended beyond CMAS farming and coral restoration? Now, having a roadmap or a plan that will move us towards self-sufficiency and self-sustainability is very vital. So when I came across this opportunity for free training, applying was a no-brainer. My logics, I am sure that whatever will be learned and acquired is transferable to the mariculture sector. And of course, I will be able to share this knowledge with my fellow Myronians as we kickstart our backyard farming project. Now, having met this community and having been a part of this community, I recognize that in one form or another, we're all tackling similar issues. I want to say that now we have a reason to be hopeful. I see us pooling our resources and taking a collective approach to finding innovative solutions that extend beyond our respective communities and our country to impact the regional landscape. Just to give a brief overview of the present state of women in agriculture globally. Now, according to the FAO, women play pivotal roles in the three components of food security. One, food availability, which is production, food access, which is distribution, and food utilization, which is use and processing. However, of the 142 countries studied by the World Bank, 103 have laws which restricted women's economic opportunities in the sector. The research found that there were gender inequality in ownership and access to vital lifestyle assets such as land, water, energy, credit, knowledge, and labor. For example, men's land holdings was almost 3 times that of women. Additionally, female smallholders who were eligible to access credit were 5 to 10% points lower than their male counterparts. This is our reality. As women, we are marginalized within the sector. Hence, we have a responsibility to continuously position ourselves to elevate our circumstances, create avenues for other women, and to systematically degender our families, our communities, our country, and our region. I will repeat that. We have a responsibility to systematically degender our families, our communities, our country, and our region. We need to make issues of gender inequality obsolete. If we aren't consciously making efforts to think about gender inequality and how it affects us, now is the time to do so. There is a present opportunity for us to create business models that seek to incorporate this United Nations Sustainable Goal. If we do so, we will be functioning beyond the level of entrepreneur and more so as social entrepreneurs. Why? Because our businesses will not only work to create economic benefits, but will also champion a cause that generates social value. As someone in the nonprofit sector, I can tell you that our value lies in how effectively our programs and initiatives positively impact the lives of our participants. So I know Keisha and Nisha, Keetlin and Nisha can attest to this. So today I want to further motivate us to share the knowledge that we have acquired on this 8 weeks journey. Share it with a friend, with a family, with other members of our communities being our villages, our workplaces, any group to which we perceive ourselves as being a member. I know that Helen's daughters would be delighted if this cohort of 20 participants use this knowledge to create added value to the quality of life for others. Let's take up arms and grow from 20 to 400 to a contingent 8,000 strong. Thank you.
Wow, another reason to give a round of applause. Ladies, excellent, excellent. Thank you so very much, Ms. Isaacs, and obviously representing the Grenadines, which is quite important to us as well. You touched on so many points, but no, as we have said, that Food for Change and Helen's Daughters will continue to be a long-term partner. We know that we cannot do this alone, that we need as many persons and organizations to work alongside us. And obviously, as a region, we need to continue to collaborate. And really, within this group, I am so very hopeful. So for the final graduate address this evening, before the official handover of certificates, we will invite Ms. Crystal Oliver, another WFA graduate.
Hi, good evening. Protocol already been established. Hello. Okay.
Good evening.
To all the organizers and participants, I am not sure if the Minister of Agriculture is still here, so I didn't mention him first. I apologize.
Unfortunately, he's not, so that's okay.
Okay, because I was looking through. Right. Good evening. The future of farming, what exactly does it look like? This program has taught me so many things, but of all the things that I've learned, one thing stands out the most: the future looks bright. There exists a network of farming women that are capable of breaking down walls, barriers, to ensure equity, sustainability, and advancement of the industry. But we must work together. From practices to finance, value addition to marketing, this 8-week program was able to succeed expectations, and all at the hands of women. But I stress, separately we can achieve so much, together we can achieve so much more. Our island is small, which means that the market for goods is highly competitive. But I believe the approach we need to take is the one fills the basket approach. So we need to look outside. We need to further add value, we need to export, and further reduce the food import bill. The future uses technology to our advantage: production, sales, management, marketing, branding, endless possibilities. And so are the opportunities for growth, no pun intended, and success. Our role in food security for our nation and the region is vital. But in order to achieve this, support from other women, support from organizations like these, support from the government as well, they're needed so that we can further break down these social and systematic barriers. I see the image, the physical stereotype of the farming woman being modernized, and even a further shift in the gender assigned roles within agriculture. Agriculture must be looked at as a business, one in which more women can be empowered. Luckily, I will be able to use different platforms to the benefit of such cause. While the goal fundamentally is to achieve a gender balance, we must be very careful that the scale isn't tipped over too far, creating another imbalance. But in my crystal ball, I see equity, equal access, equal opportunity. More representation is needed. Let's be bold and step out. So what does the future look like? One word, us. We might just be 20 empowered, knowledgeable women in farming, but it's 20 to the exponential power of, well, that depends on us. As the saying goes, the future is in our hands. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Oliver. Again, wonderful, wonderful speech. Couldn't expect anything less from you, SVG, honestly. And now to the very important part of the ceremony, the official handover of certificates. So we will try to make this as close to a real graduation ceremony as possible. We will have present your certificates that you will receive virtually via email, and then we will have a gallery view so each and every one of you can wave and we can try to take screenshots and so on of the graduating class. So without further ado, let me present to you the 2021, the first cohort actually of the Women's Farmers Academy of Food for Change and Helen's Daughters. Let's just work this out quickly. So we present first person, Miss Alanda Moses. We proudly present to Miss Bernadette Richards Duncan. This certificate is proudly presented to Miss Crystal Oliver. This certificate is proudly presented to Miss Felicia Providence. We proudly present the certificate to Miss Janelle Hackshaw. We proudly present this certificate of completion to Miss Joyetta. We proudly present the certificate of achievement to Miss Julie King. We proudly present the certificate of achievement to Miss Laverne Michael. We proudly present the certificate of achievement to Miss Lizanne Laidlow. We proudly present the certificate of achievement to Miss Marian Isaac. We proudly present the certificate of achievement to Miss Omika Charles. We proudly present the certificate of achievement to Miss Sharon Jacobs. We proudly present the certificate of achievement to Miss Sharita Price. We proudly present the certificate of achievement to Miss Sharita John. We proudly present the certificate of achievement to Miss Karina Pilgrim. And finally, we proudly present the certificate of achievement to Miss Wendy Michael. Ladies, congratulations to all of you. You are the first cohort of WFA graduates. Congratulations. So we will now take a few graduation screenshots. If we can ask everyone to turn on their cameras and just say a little hi. Linnell, our very trusted program coordinator, will be glad to take these screenshots. All right, so we'll give you a few minutes to get ready for your official graduate picture. So we have a few persons that need to turn on their cameras. Linnell, are you on standby?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. All right, we have a few more persons that need to turn on their cameras. Wendy, Sharika P, Verena.
Hi, I'm sorry, Caitlin. My hair is in a mess because I rushed home and it's wet because, so can I just pass?
Okay,
So
we
sorry about
understand.
that.
We understand. All right, ladies, so I'm going to do a countdown now. Crystal, yes, we're so happy that he joined. We have an extra graduate. Our PD has been attending every class. So he deserves to graduate as well. So
he's giving me enough time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smile, everyone. Happy graduation. We'll take 2 more.
Okay, wait.
3, 2, 1. Smile. And 1 more later. Smile, everybody. Great. Thank you so very much, everyone. Thank you.
Good job, ladies.
Yes, great job. So wow, we're really sticking to the time. This is good. So ladies, we now have, of course, a few more speakers to close out the evening. Again, I just want to say congratulations to all of you. You truly deserve this. Just to let you know, your certificates of achievement will be emailed to you individually. And also, you will be receiving your very special Food for Change t-shirt memento. That will be coordinated by Miss Wendy Michaels. I believe there will be a collection point, I believe at the library, but you can contact Wendy, who is in the WhatsApp group as well. She can also provide us the information with regards to the collection point, and we can send that information to you as well. So make sure you get these shirts. So ladies, to close out this evening, we have 3 very special speakers, just like our graduate addressees. And we will start with the first one, Miss Lizanne Laidlaw. Lizanne, you have the floor.
Hi, good night, everyone. For the closing, we've come together and decided to do it as one. Congratulations to everyone. It has been such a lovely journey. I would surely miss my evening sessions with you guys. So we just wish to say thanks to Helen's Daughters for facilitating the first Women Farmers Academy. And we are honored to be the first group of participants. Special thanks to our lecturers, the Food for Change Caribbean, the University of the West Indies, and International Development Research Center for collaborating with Helen's Daughter in order to make this program a success.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Good evening.
I know my fellow colleagues already said a special thank you to all our facilitators and all the stakeholders, but I'd like to go a little in depth with each of them. To Ms. Caitlin Carew, we will always remember that the next time and each time we make a pitch about our product to a potential customer, that we need to add one of, or if not the most important factor, the nutritional value that our product has to offer that customer. To Ms. Valerie Uno, crucial that every dollar spent is important. Every dollar spent needs to be recorded, and we need to make our plans and stick to them. to Miss Theodora Morel, who left most of us changing our habits in the kitchen. I am sure a lot of us are no longer left leaving our frozen meats on the counter to avoid any long-term damage to our bodies. And to Ms. Mishka Edwards, we want to thank you so much for the stories of your grandfather. We want to thank him for imparting that knowledge onto you that you over the years have enhanced and added to and was able to pass on to us. And for that, we'll be forever grateful.
And how can we forget Miss Nisha Glasgow, who we will always remember for her cup of tea. So tonight we end with our own cup of tea, sorrel tea. As you are aware, it's the season of good cheer where we love and care. Hence, we encourage everyone to wealth of knowledge they would have learned from Women Farmers Academy. We also encourage Helen's daughter to continue to uplift women everywhere, giving them a foundation for a brighter tomorrow. We thank you. And now we are going to end with a special song that was made up by yours truly, Benicia Providence. I hope you enjoy. When we first heard of Helen's daughter, we were ready for a new adventure. We were eager, excited, and ready to learn all that you had to offer to all the stakeholders. We thank you for a fun-filled and educational journey, teaching us things we never knew existed. We thank you, we thank you, we've intention ladies, we thank you. Thank you, Helen's daughter, we appreciate you.
Wow, my goodness, ladies, I got goosebumps. Wow, we were not expecting that, but again,
I think that deserves a drum roll.
Yes,
don't you say,
let me try to give one. No, I mean, ladies, of course, you have always surpassed our expectations. Like the facilitators, we continuously say, well, of course, SVG. What else could we expect? Ladies, I must say, we have pulled a lot of inspiration from you. We have learned more than I think we could offer to you, to be honest with you. I think each and every one of you is truly a gem. I really do hope that you continue this spirit of collaboration and sisterhood within the group. The WhatsApp group will remain open. The Facebook groups as well will remain open. We are hoping that when we expand next year that we can actually set foot in SVG and actually have meetups and really find out where else we can provide even more support. Ladies, that thank you and those closing remarks were truly amazing. I'm touched, to be honest with you. I think I will give Professor Samuels definitely a last minute to say a few words from Food for Change. But on behalf of Helen's daughters, I must say we are your partner in development. We are your humble servant, and we will be there whatever you need. You can call us, ring us, message us whenever you need something, but we are here for you. Congratulations again, ladies, to an excellent, excellent cohort. You have truly set the standard for SVG. Professor Samuels?
Thank you very much. First of all, Keithlin, thank you to you so much because, you know, as you recall, the first time we were in touch is when we were both panelists on Peter Ivey's food program. And I heard you speak and I knew immediately that you were part of the solution to the problem of food security in the Caribbean. So it was a real pleasure for us to be able to mobilize the resources. We thank the Canadian government, the IDRC. We thank the University of the West Indies who provided the, you know, administrative and so on backup, and of course, the project itself. for partnering with Helen's Daughters. And as I said before, this is not the end of the partnership. This is too valuable for us to let it go. And we will definitely find a way somehow, somewhere, to keep this collaboration going and to assist you guys in really coming together, addressing your own individual needs and business development, but also, just as importantly, the contribution that you are going to play towards national development. So thank you once again, congratulations. Thanks, Keithlin. Thanks to the advisors and your teachers, and congratulations to the graduates. I know that you worked hard and this is the result of hard work. Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you so much, Professor Samuels. I would say that the first year of our marriage went pretty well. Ladies.
It's right.
Ladies, it's your night. Celebrate however you like. We are cheering and praising you from afar, from all over. Ladies, just remember that this is a lifelong journey. Thank you so much for trusting us with your growth, and know that we are not strangers to you. Congratulations again, ladies. Honestly, truly, you guys are pillars of excellence. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay safe and have a wonderful evening. Graduates, take care, everyone. Bye.